and gentlemen, welcome to the lovely St. Louis Park Rec Center here for today's early afternoon tilt between the Benilde Red Knights Junior Varsity Edition, and we have all the way from Grand Rapids, the Thunderhawks in town today. The draw is won by the Thunderhawks, and they're on sides. Shot on, save. Shot was put on by Grabarkowitz. Some early pressure put on by the Thunderhawks here. Face-off is won by the Red Knights, and it's brought around by the defenseman number 32, Logan Lake. Carried through the neutral, and they're offsides, laid off the puck, and the Thunderhawks tried to clear, but they caught a Red Knight in the process. Early in the season here, we have a lot of youth here for the Red Knights edition. A lot of underclassmen on this team, featuring some 9th graders. Always fun to see how they handle the varsity game, or the high school hockey game. Played up, it was a one-touch by Wyatt Simonson that went rogue, and it's played back behind the net by the Red Knights. Tried a little reverse, no good. The wing's got to come down, and here's the defenseman, number 24, for the Red Knights, carrying it in. Put on in front, and nearly put in by his own defenseman. Red Knights go D to D, get to the center red. Good little neutral zone breakout, shot on, save made, and we've got our first penalty of the game coming up. It's going to be a power play for the Red Knights. Let's see what the call is. Looking like a too many men call. That's number 20, Eckenberg, heading to the box to serve the 2-minute minor. Just a minute into this first period. See what the Red Knights can do here with the man advantage early. Draw, there's a bit of a scrum. Thunderhawks played it behind, and there's a Red Knight there to stop it. Up to the point now, moves it across. Played made, Red Knights got 3 in front. They're really packing that slot area, trying to create some screenage. Goalie plays the puck, and the Red Knights have a clean breakout here. Running through the neutral zone, they send it in deep. That was Thornton dumping it in. Goalie makes a good block here. And the Red Knights, good feed in front, one-timer denied, and we've got a little scrum. Wow, is this college hockey, ladies and gentlemen? And the refs do nothing. Maybe it is. Gonna let them brawl in front today. Got the replay here. Little play in front, and then Thunderhawks are not having any of that. Draw one, I'm getting finger guns from Pete Wagner. And I've got B.A. Bart Archer joining us here. Red Knights move it low. Absolutely smashed into the wall as and it's a scrum below. They play it behind here, and it's cleared, and there's potential for a little bit of a rush here. Tendy comes out to play it. Got the wing, looking for someone, and they get another breakout ensues. Bart Archer, my first time calling hockey, honestly, for this level. What are your tricks of the trade here? What do you like to do when you call a game?
Well, what I try to do is just not talk too terribly much. Sometimes I back myself into a corner, but whenever you get to this level, you don't get the fine-tuned passing. You don't pick the corners necessarily, but it's a process for these young kids to kind of get their feet wet at this level. A little bit quicker game than perhaps what they're used to, but getting a power play right out of the gate early in the first period is not a bad call for Benilde St. Margaret's. Able to possess the puck in some traffic with some comfort as well, but Grand Rapids doing a pretty good job of killing this penalty off so far.
I would say so, and now we have another call, a little lumberjack chop on the defenseman trying to make a play there. We're going to have 4-on-4 for a little bit here.
Yeah, he got his money's worth on that one, but 22 seconds left in the penalty to Grand Rapids. 4-on-4, a lot of ice out there. Benoit St. Margaret seems to have a little bit of an advantage of speed, but Grand Rapids has a offensive zone faceoff. Good chance to kind of possess the puck and really put some pressure on the Benoit St. Margaret goaltender. Yeah,
looking at both benches, they're not too terribly deep per se, but I mean, that was a huge, I would say, first 2 minutes for the Red Knights just to be able to be comfortable moving the puck and moving it with speed, which they did pretty well. They just didn't control it very well in the zone.
Yeah, and Grand Rapids actually played against Minnetonka last night, so they might have no bus legs, but they might have a little bit of fatigue, and I'm not necessarily thinking physical, but maybe some mental fatigue, but seems like they kind of stammered out of the gate a little bit, but Benoit St. Margaret seems to be very poised and comfortable, so Grand Rapids just has a little work to do. Just now it's going to be a 5-on-4 advantage for this Thunderhawk. Not a bad time to get your legs about you.
No doubt about that as the Red Knights work it back into their own zone here, playing a little keep away on the penalty kill. Don't know if I'm a huge fan of that. Quickly turned over, and Thunderhawks are back the other way.
Well, and I'm not a fan of the dump and chase, especially when you have to get possession. You have to get that zone time and maintain possession. Otherwise, with Benilde's speed, you can put yourself in kind of a dicey situation.
Yeah, that's Gertson flying down the wing, making a huge play for the Red Knights on the PK.
Yeah, he's got some wheels.
Rapids gets it, but a good play by the defenseman, and they'll send it back in. Big hit at center. What I always, I wouldn't say enjoyed, but noticed about playing these northern teams, they'd always bring the heat. They could lay the body. They'd put you in your place if you were keeping your head on the ice.
Yeah, you absolutely have to play an honest game, head on a swivel, but that's what I like about Northern hockey. It's a nice blend of skill, speed, and some physicality as well. Not saying the city teams can't do that as well, but that's not their mantra. But whenever you get, like even in Elk River kind of falls into that category, but I like the physical part, and I love, one of the reasons why I'm here is I love the Grand Rapids program, and I root for them. But two very young teams when it comes to JV, so we're going to be calling these some of these kids' names for a couple years to come, and looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, it seems like it. They're trying to kind of build something here. I know Ken Pauley has a 4-year opportunity with a lot of his players, whereas some schools don't even look at freshmen. He's not afraid to give guys a shot at both levels here for the high school team, and I mean it served them pretty well historically.
And I think it actually has some residual value, because you know if you're doing the right things, playing the right way, being coachable, he's going to give you that opportunity. But Coach Pauley is very good about putting you in a position to succeed. He's not going to put a freshman out there if he doesn't think he's going to have success, but he's had the benefit of having some pretty skilled kids on his roster.
No doubt, there's something to be said about having a tenured coach who you know what to expect. He lays it all out there. He's consistent, and he develops players. That's what he does. I mean, they've got a pretty storied program, and they have a lot of successful alums.
Well, and I think that's a good point, Dan, because if you have a long tenured coach that isn't worried about his job, so to speak, he's going to make decisions that he thinks benefits the team, not an individual or selfish decision. So it's a good situation for Benoit.
No doubt. Thorntonson makes a good play here. Races for the pass by puck. Throws a hit on the defenseman, number 10, Ogle. And there's a little bit of a scrum there in the corner, secured by the Thunderhawks. Ooh, had his man for the breakout, but then waited a little too long. That's kind of what you'll see at this level.
Absolutely.
Making the heads-up play a second late, per se.
Well, and again, like you said, to echo your sentiments, Danny, if you get the opportunity, it's not going to be there long, so you have to act on that opportunity, but just that moment of deliberation really kind of closed that opportunity.
Yeah, good pace to our game so far as that shot's blocked and steered aside. Good little reverse by the Red Knights defenseman, and this one's going to be played up and out of play.
I just think he had the pitching wedge as opposed to the 7-iron. He wanted to just ring it off the glass, but just got a little under it. So face-off is going to be in the Red Knight zone to the right. There has been some offensive zone time for this Thunderhawk team, but they just haven't got the good quality look so far. But that's a testimonial to how Benoit St. Margaret's is defending more than it is a knock against the offensive side of Grand Rapids. Yeah,
no doubt. It seems like the teams are pretty evenly matched, and it's got a good flow. They've been moving the puck decently well, and it should be a good game here today.
Yeah, I think one thing, just being at home in the friendly confines for the Red Knights, I think they look a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more focused. But again, playing last night and then getting right back after it against a pretty good squad is a challenge for the Red Knights. But so far so good. But that was probably the best opportunity they've had so far.
Yep.
21 coming the other way.
Here comes a 2-1. Defenseman takes the streaker, and the goalie took the shooter there, and he tried to beat him glove side high. Couldn't do it.
That was a good save.
Yep. Big stop there. Red Knights, Rapids, I noticed on the bench and in warm-ups had 3 tendies suited up. Love to see it. Perfectly ready for anything here.
Worst case scenario, they're covered, but this Grand Rapids program's had some pretty good goaltenders of late. Stay Skull in goal, Holm in goal, so this is the next wave. They're just trying to find out who's going to step up and take the mantle and move forward, but they've always had a tradition of having some pretty good goaltenders in this program.
No doubt. Nifty little play there by the defenseman for the Red Knights. That was Likey. They move it in front to no one, and it's going to be chipped and cleared down. Was going to be an ice, but the goaltender actually had that come on him. He plays the puck, and the Red Knights look for a little stretch pass, and they get it. Going to be no ice. Looks like the forward chipped it, and
look at 2 guys on the puck. Very aggressive forecheck by this Red Knight squad.
Very solid. Wraparound attempt is denied, but it came out to a pretty vulnerable position. Luckily for the Thunderhawks, no Red Knights were there. Nice step by the defenseman. Throws a little hip check into him. That was number 32, Likey.
Well, did a nice job of using that blue line as a natural line of defense, put him into an area and stopped his forward progress. That's exactly what you want to do if you're a defender for the Red Knights.
Right, yeah. Red Knights doing a pretty solid job of, the forwards are active. They're back checking. They're creating havoc in that realm, and they're also doing a good job of moving as one on these neutral zone. They're pretty much dominating the neutral zone with their regroups. They're solid.
Yeah, it's really hard for Grand Rapids to maintain any continuity or any sequence through that neutral zone. You're right. But when the forwards can come back, the defense can step up and support each other. So good support by this Red Knight squad so far, playing a good two-way game.
Yeah, Red Knights, I've noticed, have been very patient in this game with the puck so far comparative to their counterparts. And it's definitely showed on the possession end as we have a little regroup here for the Thunderhawks. Quickly hauled down by, it's number 34, Thorntonson for the Red Knights. And they're battling for it up front. Chip around, and it's to the defenseman now, looking for a little, don't know what that was, trying to make a move maybe to the wing, but he gets stuffed. Red Knights all over it right now.
Yeah, they don't give this Grand Rapids team much room to move, but Grand Rapids has to anticipate the play.
Shot on there. Good chance in the slot from Hauer.
Boy, another good save too.
Yep. Active Tendy in net right now.
But Danny, it just seems like when Grand Rapids gets the puck, they look up to find out what the play is instead of being anticipatory and knowing where they're going to go with it before they get it. I think that those are the things that need to be worked out at this level, but you have to anticipate if you're going to get the puck, what you're going to do with it. You can't wait until you get it to make that decision.
No doubt. It appears as though the Red Knights are really sticking to the game plan of trying to give them absolutely no space. And when you can execute a game plan at this level, it's super valuable in the sense that, they're young kids. Even at the varsity level, you have a game plan, but the emotions come out, and it's hard to really stick to the game plan. And if you can do that, you're going to be successful at this level. And it seems as though they're executing it pretty well as they bring it up now, sending it across to the winger, who just spoils it over to the Thunderhawks defense, and they chip it in deep. Red Knights bringing it around the net. Nice little backhand sauce to the left winger, and they bring it in 1-on-3. Looking for somebody. He's got no help. Angled into the boards. And the Thunderhawks ringing around the net here. Turned it over. Red Knights shot on from the point. Nothing. Throw it in front. Ooh, and another penalty. Could be a little boarding action here. Let's see. It's going to go on the Thunderhawks number 10.
Derek Ogle, I think, is going to go. Just kind of an incidental play behind the net. Really wasn't necessary in that, but again, Red Knights tried to sneak it out, but the goaltender made a nice decision to hold on to it. But Red Knights are going to be on the power play again. Just 5:09 left in the scoreless first period. Not many chances, but both teams have had some pretty good zone time. But what a great opportunity it is for Benilde.
Exactly. Yeah, they're really established the movement of the puck on their way into the zone on the last effort, but I want to see a little more of them in zone here. Let's see if they can control that puck and make some plays. No defenseman home. He was kind of creeching down there into the slot, and the goalie goes out to play it, gets it to a winger who turns it over. Thunderhawks shorthanded. Boom, big hit. He's going to go. That was Likey, I believe. Caught him just blindsided, it looked like.
Well, and I think that was the thing. I don't think it was a head contact or anything, but I think he got his shoulder right in his sternum on that one. But it was a pretty dramatic. I guess first and foremost, he's going to go to the box for a penalty, but you just want the young man to be okay. It looks like he's going to be all right.
Yeah.
The trainer is waiting if needed, but he's up. These kids are pretty tough and pretty resilient, but that was a good open ice check. He just got a little aggressive, caught the attention of the referee. Now it's going to be 4-on-4 for another minute and 36 seconds, so plenty of space out there. I think this gives us still a distinct advantage to Benilde St. Margaret's just with their team speed up front.
Yeah, more ice, more room for these two additions, and we'll see what happens here in the 4-on-4 session. But yeah, probably just got the wind knocked out of him on that one. Perfect little hit right to the chest area. I think, yeah, like you said, it looked like more of an issue of moved the puck, blindsided. You see that in the NHL too. Guys are getting suspended all the time for hits like that. Unfortunately, whether it's clean or not, you just kind of gotta think a little more.
And I think they're just trying to find that definitive line where it's an infraction or it's not. And I think they're going to err on the side of caution. I think that's what they did. But no malicious intent by the Benilde St. Margaret defender.
For
just
sure.
Stepped up to make a play.
For sure. And you see what even the IIHF is implementing a rule where you have an internal clock, and if the ref can make the call if they believe you hit him after the internal clock of 2 seconds or whatever. So sounds a lot like the NFL. I don't know with these wishy-washy rules. I don't know how they're going to enforce that on a bang-bang play, but we'll see soon enough. Hopefully that doesn't get implemented elsewhere.
I think that's the fine line as it stands offside. Grand Rapids just snuck into the zone a little early, but just as you said, that internal clock, that's where the interpretation of the referees kind of come into it. If you'll remember years back when Korea got hit by Scott Stevens, in the neutral zone, so to speak, it was about 2 seconds after he gave up the puck, and that's where the kind of the gray area comes. And I think they're just trying to make that more of a definitive line, but the challenge is in front of them for sure, because that's not an easy call to make.
No doubt. Came back and sniped, what was that, the game winner, the game tying goal after being like dead on the ice. Totally awesome moment there for sure.
Yeah, that's what you call payback right there. That's where you make it hurt.
Good little move by the defenseman for the Thunderhawks here. Shifted through a couple guys, makes a good play. Oh, the forward had no one with him, had to try to make a move as the Red Knights defensemen go down. They break it out, but cough it up almost at the line, and then they quickly get it again. Little 1-on-4 action here for the Red Knights. Circles back, and actually makes a great little play here. Oh, one too many stick handles there. Looked like he had an opportunity to rip the puck. That was Ryan.
Well, and Barr did a nice job of stepping up and watching the player, not the puck. Didn't check the puck. Now it's going to be Grand Rapids on a power play for another 21.
Yep. Man advantage here for the Thunderhawks. Let's see what they can do with it. Not a lot of time, but nice play there by the forward. Moved up front, tipped. Nothing home. Another shot, another block there for the Red Knights. That's big. Pucks move to the middle of the ice. The Red Knights are full strength here. They've got 3 coming, and they turn it over. Thunderhawks moved it up and turned it over again, but a nice little play there. Ooh. Nice glove save. First challenge there for the Red Knights goaltender.
Jack Olson.
Olson in net.
And he hasn't been challenged too often. Kind of hard to answer the bell when you haven't had a lot of work recently. But it looks like Grand Rapids is kind of starting to find their game. They're jumping some routes a little bit, keeping the puck in the zone and pushing the puck forward. But when they do get that opportunity, the Red Knights are doing a good job of getting in front of that shot and contesting each and every shot, giving their goaltender a chance.
Yeah, it looks like both sides are trying to create some traffic for these goaltenders. They both look pretty. I mean, big in size, and they made some good plays as the Red Knights defenseman makes a good play around the net and turns it right over the slot. Pretty common seeing that at this game and at this level today.
Those are the little things that need to be worked out, and that's a coachable moment right there. But as long as they don't keep doing it, I think that the process can keep moving forward.
Totally. It's played back here. No D-to-D option as the Thunderhawks move it to the middle.
Oh.
Ooh, tough call there for the Red Knights. Thunderhawks will have another power play. Yeah, we're getting a little whistle happy here, don't you say, B.A.?
Yeah, I think they're getting a little too involved. It was Thornton that was going for the puck, but just incidentally took the skates out. But again, a penalty is a penalty in the letter of the law. So 2:02 left in the first period. Grand Rapids, barring a goal or another penalty, are going to have a really good chance to finish this period strong and go into the locker room with a 1-goal advantage.
Yeah, let's see what these Thunderhawks can do.
Got to win the faceoff first and foremost.
Biggest thing for sure. You see it at all levels, but I mean, especially here, if you can keep that zone, that's all that matters.
All about
if they
possession.
move it across D to D, look to move it in front. It's turned over. Red Knight speed proven to be a bit of a issue for this Thunderhawks team, and especially on the PK. A lot of bodies here in front of us, and the Red Knights get a good bounce. They'll take it in deep. It's played now around by the Thunderhawks. A lot of time here, and he just kind of wasted it there. Turnover in front. Red Knights in the slot. Shot wide. Shot was put on by number 23, Gertson, it looks like. And here come the Thunderhawks. They just send it in on goal, and they'll have another opportunity for a face-off in zone.
Well, I think really a little patience on that. Gain the zone. You had a 3-on-2 advantage, and let your forwards create some space for you, or at least walk in and take a shot and let the support come in for a possible second chance. I think you kind of fired the gun a little early on that one, but again, it's all part of the process. But just 1:19 left in the first period, 1:18 left on the penalty to Benilde.
Yeah, sent down wide by the Red Knights, and it's going to be another breakout attempt here for the Thunderhawks. Pressure is on quickly, but they keep possession and look for a breakout here.
Boy,
sends it back to the D.
That first forward is really creating some problems for the defense of this Thunderhawk team on this power play. They're really getting on them early and taking their space away and limiting their opportunities. Nice job by Benilde.
Yeah, no doubt. It appears as though, the speed factor of the Red Knights has really played it's sucking his breezers. Has really paid a tough price on this Thunderhawks mental game. They actually have way more time than they think, and they're just not making the patient plays. They're kind of rushing right now, like you were talking about on that 3-on-2. Still got 44 seconds here on the power play, so let's see if they can make something happen. They're switching the D.
And Danny, I think that rushing the play is the appropriate thing, but rushing to get to the puck to make the play, I think, is a call to order as well. It just looked like they were a little lackadaisical on the back line to get to that puck, and it really allowed Benilde St. Margaret's to get their positioning back in order.
Yep. We got two here now, down low, battling for the Thunderhawks. Looks like one might be shooken up. They move it to the point, send it across. Good little attempt there for, I don't know if there's a pass or a shot pass. They play it up to the point. Good puck movement here. Shot from the half wall. Save. Looked like it ricocheted off the side of the net. They've got 20 seconds left. Moving it in front. Here comes a one-timer shot. Oh, blocked by his own
You got to get out of the way.
Unfortunately, yeah, he had a good screen going. Red Knights are battling just to make it out of this period alive here. As there's maybe one more last chance shot. Can't get it off.
Boy, you have to appreciate the effort by Ogle. He walked around forward coming out to challenge him and really got into the scoring area. He took a pretty good shot on goal. So Grand Rapids showing some offensive life, but they got out of this period 0-0 after being outplayed for a good portion of it. But I think the call to order for Benilde to stay out of that penalty box. Don't give this Thunderhawk any life. But I think if you're the Thunderhawks, you have to feel pretty good coming into a hostile environment and getting out of a first period scoreless. I think Benilde really showed some pretty good offensive skill and defended quite well as well. It should be a good second period.
Yeah, no doubt. Good pace to that period. Other than the penalties, really, it was moving quick, and that was a solid effort from both sides. Definitely can tell the Thunderhawks played last night, but hey, they're still in it, like you said.
And they got better as the period went on too. So encouraging in the second period, but they still have some work to do.
No doubt. With that being said, I think we're going to go to break quickly here. You'll have Pete Wagner on the last two periods. Lucky you guys. If you want, though, come on over, mnhockey.tv. We got myself and Dan Sheldon on the call at Holy Angels. I don't know who they're playing.
Kennedy Eagles.
Kennedy.
It should be a nice contest.
Perfect. Good contest ensuing, and maybe a little border battle. They're pretty close too. So
well, thank you for drawing viewers away from our broadcast, Danny.
Yep.
Nice job, by the way.
Thank you. Bye bye.
And a new voice hops on the air here for Benilde St. Margaret's JV hockey against the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. We have a 0-0 score, Bart Archer, and from period number 1, what were your takes? I was quite busy taking care of a few other key components here to our broadcasts.
Well, I think Benilde St. Margaret's really came out and established their game pretty early, and it was Grand Rapids that had the challenge to come back and try to reestablish something. Benilde running to the penalty box a couple times didn't hurt, and Grand Rapids seemed to get better as that period went on, but it has a makeup of being a pretty nice contest today.
Indeed it does, and we have a second game coming up at 2:30. Don't forget, we have other things happening at the CatholicSportsNetwork.org and, of course, mnhockey.tv. Featured are the Academy of Holy Angels Stars and the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles. That'll start at 2:30, and we have girls hockey from Braemar, a good one, with the Hill-Murray Pioneers and the Edina Hornets. Right here we stand, along with Bart Archer and Pete Wagner. We've got some good stuff going on.
Yeah, it's good to be out here for an afternoon matinee, so to speak, a little earlier than I'm used to, but it's kind of nice to come to the rink anytime, but, on a midday Saturday to watch some pretty good hockey is not a bad thing.
So guess what, buddy?
What's up?
We've got nothing but hockey coming up this year. We've got a full schedule for next week, and we'll also have the Edina Holiday Classic, which will feature these very Grand Rapids Thunderhawks as well on the varsity side of things, and the Eden Prairie Eagles, Elk River Elks, and Edina Hornets. A really interesting 3-game set between all those teams, and the rivalries have been going on for quite some time, Bart, between those teams, and it's fun to watch how that thing has really taken shape.
And honestly, I'm not trying to oversell it, but it's really my favorite tournament. The tournament they have in St. Louis
Even over
Park
the state?
Well, because
Wow.
you have some history on these teams. I mean, Eden Prairie, Edina, border rivals, Elk River, Grand Rapids has come down. It's been going on for a long time, but there is a little bit of a rivalry going on. But it's just 3 games and 3 nights early in the season. Kind of gives the coaches a barometer of where their team sits moving forward. Simulates a state tournament atmosphere to a certain degree, but it's a lot of fun and a lot of good hockey to be played. Looking forward to a great year.
Here we go, starting the second period. It's the Thunderhawks in their familiar orange, black, and white sweaters off the glass to center. That gets away from the oncoming defense of the Red Knights. That was Mason Baldwin. On the left wing side, it's going to be Johnny Woodford as he's going to work that one up to the left side. It's going to be the Thunderhawks to take over with it. Derek Ogle. Now Bonner plays that to the neutral zone. It's going to be the Red Knights to control. Bart Archer is all smiles. What did I miss? Someone walk right in front of the camera?
No, there's just plenty of places to sit,
I know,
but we have
I
a
know.
contingency right in front of us. Makes it a little challenging.
It's really something, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's always it's like a magnet.
Yeah, it is.
You know.
I have to watch what I say now.
I don't know. It's so great. Well, you got to kind of talk in hushed tones so
Right.
you don't. Psst. It is funny, though. Off the boards it goes. I love your sense of humor. Broncola was there for the Red Knights back at center ice. The Red Knights, I love that they invest in covering their JV team as well. It's a great developmental program. Shot it on goal. Stopped there. That was Brady Geertsen. He had some varsity time against the Edina Hornets the other night on Thursday night.
Well, and I think just streaming these games, it gives the kids a chance to go back and watch themselves play. Maybe see some things. It gives the coaches an availability.
Absolutely.
But it brings it into your tablet, into your device,
On the
on
your screen at home.
And make it nice and easy for you. But yeah, I love the fact that they invest in their junior varsity team because it bodes well moving forward for the program.
Puck was deflected back in behind the net. Thunderhawks will fight this one off with Provenzino back in behind. Position. This is a well-matched contest between these two teams. Nice play to center as they try to poke that through traffic. Matthew Rehala is there. Now to the right wing side, it's going to be the Red Knights with Jake Runman.
Well, Pete, I think these are two very young programs out here cutting their wares, but you are correct. It's a nice balance between it. It seems like they're matched up pretty well. But it just seemed like Benilde St. Margaret's, their speed early was something that Grand Rapids had a little trouble adjusting to. It looks like they've made that adjustment now, taking better angles.
Playing with pace, Runman now try to work that. An angle was taken there, as Bart Archer mentioned, beautifully done by the defense. Grabarkowitz with the play. Big check there. Hauer for the Red Knights. Now they're going to come down the wall. Jammed and stopped was Runman as he tried to force it through. They score! That one went up and into the back of the net. as the Red Knights take the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I didn't see who the goal scorer was, but that puck seemed to roll over Carl Brewster on that one. He seemed like he had the short side covered on that one, but we're going to look at it on replay. Kind of a shallow angle.
That's just a muddy goal down low.
They all count the same, so no big deal there. But Benilde St. Margaret's will take it. They're up 1-0, 12:09 left in the second period. They draw first blood. Now it just seems like Grand Rapids has had to react so far to really most of the play that's been going on. Now they have to react in a positive fashion after being scored on and just get back to business.
There's a check back into the corner. It goes. And turning his way up ice is Provenzino. He's checked on the play. Grabarkowitz was there. Red Knights handle it now. Play to the near side. Back into the corner for Benilde St. Margaret's. They'll try to fish with Johnny Woodford all the way back down into their territory, as that's going to be cut off by their goaltender, Jack Olson. Off the boards to center ice. Provenzino is there. They'll fish for the loose puck. Sam Ryan had a nice game against the Hopkins Royals in their 6-4 win here at the Rec Center. The outlet pass to Langlois as it's played back up into the neutral zone. Griffin Barr. Stick save Olsen. Steers to the right side. 11:05 to go. Hammered away from the stick there, and it's going to be picked up by Geertsen. So he's going to carry through center. 3-on-3 at the line. Drop pass for Nick Dockman. His shot misses the mark, as they'll crash from the left side on that one with Logan Like. Red Knights back into the corner they go. Like look toward the slot area. The Hawks will try to chip that one to center. Bounding puck swatted in at the line. Nice play there by Wallstrom to keep it alive. And it'll be the Red Knights to regroup. Long pass at center, chipped off the boards. That might have caught the official in the heel. He looked over across the way with a big smile at his partner. That one wide of the mark. Good to see Todd Grover. Also, Bernie Grover is watching the game. Todd will be here to take over for Amy Rapp, who is hunkered down on camera number 1, 2, and 3. 3-camera shoot here.
How about that? Yeah.
Getting the job done.
Well, one thing I did notice after Benilde scored that goal, Grand Rapids a little quick to get rid of the puck now. They're just trying to get it out of their zone and survive, but there's been a lot of zone time in the second period for this Benilde St. Margaret Red Knights. The first challenge is just getting it out of the zone, but then you have to possess it with some patience a little bit. But Red Knights are not giving them a lot of room, but it just seems like Grand Rapids after that goal has lost a little confidence.
Ian Thorstensen with it. The right-hand shot's going to try to work it back to the backhand up the slot area. It's going to be taken over by Will Hauer. Immediately following this game, I will be recording Paulie's podcast for you, and you can check out Ken Paulie's podcast. Looking forward to that one. Who knows, maybe we'll have a couple of special guests that are lurking around down in the locker room area, Bart Archer. We like to keep it a little bit loose.
Stay tuned.
Ortman stood up at the line. And it's Ian Thorstensen. Off the boards, up high to the point. Played back down the wall. There's a quick shot, a bounding puck in on goal, and that's going to be held on to by Olsen.
Well, it was kind of an alley puck, kind of a whiff at the blue line, but it did find its way. He just kind of made his body big and jumped in front of it. But again, it gets back. Grand Rapids now has zone time, but they're too quick to get rid of the puck. They have some space, but they have to just relax a little bit and play the game that they've played for so many years and just have some fun. But it just looks like they're a little stressed out right now. But offensive zone time will alleviate some of that stress if they can get some shots on Olsen and really put Benilde back on their heels.
Nice job through center. Here they go. In on goal to the backhand. Oh, and that one's turned aside. Carter Brewster
played it well.
Didn't panic on the speed. There was a lot of heat coming in on that one.
Boy, he showed some good speed to get through that zone in a hurry, and he put the shot I think he wanted. He got a little deeper than he wanted, maybe coming in a little hot. But Brewster did a nice job of really taking away the high percentage shot, put those pads down, and really took away whatever space he afforded him early. But again, that's something that Thunderhawks are going to have to be aware of is the speed on this Benilde St. Margaret team. And the faceoff's going to come all the way down into the Red Knight zone. I don't know if the net was knocked off the mooring initiated by Benilde St. Margaret, but again, a bit of an opportunity for Grand Rapids to win this faceoff, put some heat on Olsen, but a penalty Going to be a penalty to the Red Knights.
Yes, that was from behind the net there.
I gotcha. I missed that one.
So it'll be a power play for the Thunderhawks with 8:51 to go in the second stanza.
And I believe that's Will Thompson that took that infraction.
A little slew foot from the corner. We play on. Simonson, that shot's deflected. Now it's going to be on the stick of Eckenberg. Comes right back at him. Eckenberg to the corner, plays back to an open corner. Where to be Griffin Barr. Little give and go out of the corner. Up to the line. Simonson shot, hits traffic on the way in. Backhander, save Olsen. He's going to be content to just slide over, cover that one up.
Well, it was a nice job by Henriksen to try to get some space and change the angle a little bit. But again, it was Olsen that tracked that play quite well and took away really any opportunities for that to go in. But again, good sequence by Grand Rapids, moving the puck to the open man, getting their shots on goal. But Benil doing a pretty good job of defending when push comes and shove.
Indeed they are.
It's a big face-off win by the Red Knights. 1:12 left in the penalty.
Played down by the Red Knights. Back into the neutral zone it goes. Ogle off the boards. And it's Ogle again. And the Red Knights will alleviate the pressure. You know, it's interesting. I do some youth games, Bart, you know, and if you ice the puck, they blow the whistle when you're shorthanded.
Well,
it's quite interesting. I mean, it forces you to chip it to center if you can. But it also opens up power play opportunities much better. And, you know, from an NHL perspective, can you imagine at that level if you could, if you iced it, it got whistled down and you couldn't change while you're killing a penalty? You want goal scoring?
That would throw some ripples through the NHL for sure.
Well, I know your fantasy team would pick it up big time.
But I always thought if you cleared a man down from your zone, maybe call the whistle. But if they can get their own blue line and dump it, maybe that would be the advantage or compromise in the shorthanded situation. But I like the fact that they do blow the whistle on the icing because you get a benefit by being a man down to be able to shoot the puck down the ice and burn some clock. And that to me just seems a little bit unusual, but that's what we've grown used to. So we'll see if anything changes.
The lefty Olsen steers out of side with his stick as the power play continues. There's a wrist shot that misses the mark. Quick one taken in by Eckenberg. Picked off in the slot area. Past Eckenberg and the length of the ice it goes as Brewster comes out to play that back in behind the net. Provenzino is there. Finds Barr. Plays that around to the far side for Eckenberg. 5-on-5 now with 6:47 to go. 1-0 Red Knights as they tallied midway through the second period here. Varsity set to face off at 2:30. Be sure to refresh the browser. We'll have a new link up for you there under the varsity section of it. Seladik is with it now across the line. He's brought down, and it's played off the boards as the Hawks change on the fly.
Well, he did a good job of bringing the puck through the neutral zone, gaining the possession of the zone, and really gave him a pretty good opportunity. That's what they need to do more of.
Ooh, that one rolls off his stick and wide of the mark as the Red Knights were coming with numbers. Heading to the bench now is Will Hauer. On steps number 24, the game's lone goal scorer,
Here we go.
Will Thompson. Ooh, nice little move there. Inside out they go, but that does not fool the Red Knight defense and Ian Thorstensen. Now it's Bronkala. He has a man on his right. Bronkala is going to shoot, misses the mark on that one. The big Karam. Now the shot misses the mark again.
That one rolled on Bronkala a little bit. He had a pretty good look, but opted for the slap shot, which is not maybe recommended that time. You lose accuracy, you might gain some velocity, but better to be accurate.
At center ice, cross the line. Sometimes a well-placed shot like that right off the pillows creates a rebound. Oh, it's poked to safety. It's scrambling. Oh, that one just off the mark.
Brewster's very active back there. Necessary to be, but he's done a pretty good job tracking the play so far.
Icing the call with 5:01 to go in the second period.
Kind of an Ollie moment for this Thunderhawk team as it looked like Benilde St. Margaret kind of getting back to that attacking in the offensive zone. Benilde St. Margaret's really done a nice job, but I just think that the speed of their defensemen, if they can activate them, it's going to create a ripple that's going to be very difficult for the Thunderhawks to defend against. 5:01 left in the second period. Benilde St. Margaret's holding on to a 1-goal lead offensive zone faceoff.
Quick shot that's wide of the mark. And now it's going to be handled by the Red Knights.
Nice attempted give and go on that one. Good defense by the Thunderhawks.
Absolutely. Back at center ice again. Hounding forecheck by Griffin Barr. Ooh, big collision on the near side. We let that one go.
Yeah.
Down goes Frazier. Actually, that was Henriksen.
Appreciated the reference, though.
The greatest ever. There's a shot that's blocked. Oh, what a save. Oh, and Brewster a pair. Puck still loose. Oh, my word. Look at the scramble for the ages. Puck still loose. Where is it? It's still there. Now a Red Knight player comes away with it, and they'll finally blow the whistle. We're going to get the tail end of this on the replay, Bart Archer. This is insane.
I don't know what it's going to tell us or what we're going to be able to decipher, but I will say that Brewster did a nice job of spreading the pillows out and covering the lower part of that net, taking away the ugly goals. He did a really good job, and then the defense came in to support, and then it was a literal hogia or a rugby scrum going on, but net off the moorings finally got a whistle on that one, but alleviated a little pressure from the Thunderhawks. But boy, that Benilde St. Margaret's getting to the net and creating all kinds of havoc. 4:09 left in this first period. Benilde pushing. Second period, I meant. The other period. Sorry, it's afternoon.
Bart Archer. I got nothing. You know what? It's great, though. On Saturdays during the winter, I don't know. There's something about the afternoon affairs that I like better than the evening games on Saturday. And I think from a travel perspective, when your Rapids, they come down, play Friday against Minnetonka, and then it's just, I mean, you're getting back within a reasonable hour. You still have Saturday evening, or at least and then all of Sunday, which is great, and then back on the ice on Monday.
Well, and I don't mind the afternoon stanzas either, just because I don't have all that nervous energy leading up to the game. But it's going to be Will Howard that's going to take a penalty for the Red Knights.
Are you playing?
No, Sunday we play, but hockey. It's a busy weekend. It's not a bad thing either, by the way. We're in the playoffs, Pete Wagner.
Oh, good.
It'll be our last game of the season on Sunday, perhaps, but we're in the playoffs.
No, you guys, that's great. I was walking out of Braemar Arena after the Edina Red Knights game, and there was an old man's league like yours going out of there, and I saw a scuffle, and I just couldn't stop laughing. What?
Peter?
Oh, Bart, it was
they have old man's league, but I'm still playing against the 20 and 30-year-olds, and I'm not as effective.
I call that old man's league, too, but it's something else. I love it when they come out and they do the skating, and they'll go from blue line to blue line and stretch the groin. You know how you do that, old school?
Old school, right.
It's not helping.
Right.
Back to the slot area goes.
The theme is called For the Love of the Game, Pete Wagner.
The Red Knights are shorthanded. Another minute and a half. That sent the length of the ice. On that play, it was Geertsen. And now they're going to play it to the right wing side with Grabarkowitz. Like was there. I mean, it's just, but there was like they're fighting, or they're trying to, and it was so bad. It's just like, stop, you're not that good.
Right.
It doesn't matter. He's so bad he didn't try to hurt you, so relax. You're not tough. From the right corner, it's played to the...
Reliving old glory, perhaps.
I stopped with all my gear, hands full. Here's a 2-on-1 back the other way. The Red Knights looking to add to that 1-0 lead. Nice save there.
Yeah, that really was. In fact, they had support, so there was a second chance opportunity, but good control of that rebound, just put it into a shallow area where they couldn't get a follow-up.
Again, back into the zone it goes with Will Thompson. Thompson's jammed on the play. Back in behind the net it goes. It's going to be the Thunderhawks to regroup out of their own zone.
30 more seconds on the power play. Got to get moving.
Red Knights have done a nice job using their speed on the PK. The previous power play for the Thunderhawks generated some chances off the right side and some zone time. Olsen had to make 2 or 3 saves in that one. Ooh, they hit their own man, and Olsen, Johnny on the spot. Oh, he's going to go Dubnik. No, check that Staylock.
Staylock,
That's the guy with the stick. What am I
gonna
thinking? Back into the neutral zone it goes. Are the Wild going to lose 3 in a row? I mean, look out.
Well, I have some
Taking
opinions
us
on
back to the Mike Yo era.
I certainly
Win
hope
5,
not.
lose 5.
Right.
Thunderhawks now.
I don't think it's the personnel on the team either.
Oh, he's going after the coach.
Well,
I think it's the personnel. So you and I are going to have a debate.
no,
between
not
periods.
a debate. In fact, it's not. I'm not absolving them of any responsibility, but
Ryan, pushes that one wide of the mark.
wouldn't happen on a Babcock team, I wouldn't think.
Oh, well, Babcock gets nothing but superstars or high picks
Well, they like to
up
play
and out
for
of the
'em.
play. How hard is it to coach that Detroit Red Wings team where everybody would take less money to play there?
Yeah, and look at what they're doing actually pretty good this year. But
What happened with William Nylander?
I think he signed. I think tonight might be. Or
How do you walk into that locker room?
yeah, that's a
I mean,
tough one.
isn't that interesting?
tough
You
one.
hold out, and then these guys are busting it. You know,
Yeah. And they have talent on that team. I
they-
mean, that's not just a one-line wonder. They have some depth and skill on that team, and they have all the pieces really in place.
it makes you wonder if they didn't want to deal him.
Oh, I'm sure they
You know,
did. Nobody wanted
no,
them.
let me rephrase that they couldn't deal him
Right.
because no one wanted to deal with it. There's a shot, they
Oh.
score.
Boy, that was a good shot from the point. Any shot on goal that makes it to the net is a pretty good shot, and that one just the goaltender had a little bit of a stick issue, and it just ramped up and out of play. His teammates are going to console him a little bit now. That's just an unfortunate goal. You have to feel bad because I think Brewster's played pretty well this period, but that's just an unfortunate goal. A gift for the Red Knights, give them a 2-goal lead, 1:25 left in the second period.
And that happens from time to time, Bart.
Absolutely. You just have to get through it, get past it. And if you're not good at history in school, don't be good at history if you're a goaltender either. So just forget
Short-term
about
memory.
it. Right on, move on.
Runman from the right wing to the corner. Now it's Ogle. It's a shot that's played down the left wing wall by the Red Knights' Baldwin. Thunderhawks, that pass too far, intended for Bonner. And the Red Knights will ring it to the near boards. Waiting for it is Damberg. They'll tap that pass over for Hauer.
Good back check.
Very sturdy. Look out. Nice move across the line. Here they go with Henriksen. Oh, he wanted to feed a man in front. He was looking for Ortman. That was defensed off the skate. It hit Thorstenson's skate, who plays the body with Baldwin off the end boards.
You know, Thorstenson's made a couple really good defensive plays, but a good sequence by the Thunderhawks. Just couldn't get that shot on goal, but that's a credit to Thorstenson and how he did that.
Baldwin for Hauer. Misses the mark. Back in behind the net it goes for Wyatt Simonson. They play it ahead. That rolls up off the stick. And another check thrown there. 20 to go.
Oh, chop,
Red Knight,
chop.
look at this. Oh, my word. Let's take a look at that on replay. There's a delayed penalty, too, but watch this.
Yeah, that was a
He's
good
on
slash.
the pitch. I mean, he plays for Chelsea. Watch this. Ryan comes out of the scrum, loses his stick. Oof, right there. And that's going to be a penalty. Watch this. Okay.
Well, it's a blend between soccer and hacky sack.
He
to a
nearly
certain
got
degree.
that pass
Indeed
over.
he
I'm
did.
very impressed.
Pretty athletic.
That off-ice training coming into full effect here.
16.8 left in the second period. It's going to be Benilde finishing on the power play. It's a good win for the Thunderhawks, though.
Three seconds to go in the period. Shot from the line. Ooh, that's blocked on the way and rebound. That's, oh, and a big save by Brewster.
Wow. It's an example why you play to the buzzer. A little after the period, boy, that's what leaders do. They come in. They got a little emotional after that final buzzer for the period. But, boy, a good opportunity by Benilde St. Marcus. But then, it takes leaders to come in and kind of pull them off that. You don't want emotions to get wasted on something that isn't happening on the ice. So they're going to regroup a little bit. 1:44 left on the power play for this Red Knight squad, but 2-0 lead going into the third period.
And it looks like the doors are open, so they're going to do the ice. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the third period coming up here from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. It's the Red Knights 2 and the Thunderhawks nothing. Here we go, folks. Getting ready to start period number 3. 2-0 in favor of the Red Knights. Couple of second period goals have been the difference so far in this one. Coming up next at 2:30, it's going to be the Red Knights and the Thunderhawks in varsity action. That one hits Geertsen on its way in. And the Red Knights will regroup back in their own zone. Now, Woodford was one of those defensemen playing catch for that puck, along with Like, and both those guys had a really good game against the Hopkins Royals a couple of days ago.
In that 6-4 victory. But I like the pace that Grand Rapids is playing at. I knew they were going to come out with some energy, but their positioning is solid. And, you know, even though Benilde's working the puck pretty well, not getting into the areas where they need to. So good positioning so far by the Thunderhawks. Good energy being a man down. 1 minute left on the Thunderhawk penalty. Oh, good save.
Big save by Brewster.
Nice clear, gives him a chance to get some fresh penalty killers out on the ice. 43 seconds left. Shallow angle, good shot right in the crest. Boy, nice save by Brewster on that one. He gave him some corners to look at, but it might have been a misfire on that one. But he walked in just from the right dot and put a good shot on goal. Just 32 seconds left of this man advantage for Benilde. They've had good territory, good possession, but just, you know, that was the best opportunity on that one, on that power play.
Pretty big moment.
And Thunderhawks survived.
And, you know, this is a part of the game where if it goes 3-0, it's going to be a tough hill to climb. So far they have been able to solve Jack Olson in net. Puck will be slung back into the far zone. That was Eckenberg to get it deep.
Yeah, and Olson, when called upon, has made the saves, but it's just Thunderhawks are having troubles getting between the dots and really putting sustained pressure on. But the positioning and the speed of this Red Knight team closes whatever gaps are available. So Benilde's played a very responsible defensive game so far, really limiting the opportunities for the Thunderhawks.
Brewster the save.
That was a nice job by the defenseman, Derek Ogle. He's played a pretty good showing today, but he cleared it out, so his goaltender, Brewster, could see that puck. Pretty good shot from the point, from the left top of the left circle, and he tracked that quite well, held onto it. But face off to Brewster's right. 13:03 early in the third period. Grand Rapids down by 2, but Benilde St. Margaret's pressing.
Geertsen in the face-off circle. And it looks like Grabarkowitz for the Thunderhawks. They get the draw to center. We're at 5-on-5. Oh, big collision in the neutral zone. And the puck will be outletted to the left wing side. Cross the line and in deep they go. Dockman behind the net. Slides that one through the goal mouth area. Pinching down from the left side is Like. And the Red Knights will gather from behind the net with Geertsen. Wraparound attempt. Brewster gets the pad extended out of the butterfly.
Well, I really like the way he works his pads. He's very quick, very active, and he covers the areas very, very quickly.
At center ice, regrouping is Baldwin. Actually, that's Charlie Johnson, rather. Took that feed from Like. In front of the wall it goes. Protecting the puck deep as Wallstrom tried to find his man off the slot area. That was Dockman, failed to click, and here come the Thunderhawks with Eckenberg. He's going to be hounded on a beautiful back check by Dockman, and off the bench it's going to be Damberg with it. Thunderhawks nearly forced the turnover. Red Knights Broncola was there to cut that one down. And that one's up and out of play, and they're going to face off at center with 11:45 to go in the third period.
Well, it seemed like Benilde St. Margaret's has a propensity to gather some speed through the neutral zone, but it was Rajala that did a nice job of actually stepping up. Just a freshman, but used that, as we said, blue line as a natural line of defense, really thwarted that forward progress. Nice job by Thunderhawks.
Thunderhawks, big check there, but the Red Knights work the offensive zone. Look out, they better hurry. Through center ice. That's going to be Baldwin to the left wing side. Hits a man on its way out of the zone in Henriksen. Brewster will let that one go as it's the Thunderhawks on the move. Out of the zone with Simonson. Tried to get past his man with Broncola, and they're going to have a penalty coming up behind the play.
Well, a little bit of an aggressive forecheck by Benilde. They sent two carriers on the puck from the same size, so it really created some space for the Thunderhawks. They came up with some speed. Offside is going to be the call. Face-off.
I thought that was a penalty, Bart Archer.
It was just an offside. Just it got in the zone a little bit early, but very encouraging signs for the Thunderhawk team. If the Red Knights are going to be that aggressive on the forecheck, that one pass can really open up some space and put some pressure on the defenders.
Red Knights now from their own zone. Cut off there on the breakout by Langlois, and now it's going to be picked up again by the Red Knights off a stick, and it's going to be Reala with it. Now there's a shot from Provenzino, the freshman. Off the end boards it goes. Down to one knee now. The Red Knights will try to control Johnny Woodford, and now there's the penalty.
Oh, very, very subtle little stick infraction on that one, and I think that's going to be Johnny Wolford that's going to go the sophomore forward for the Red Knights. Just got his stick behind the skates of one of the Grand Rapids players and put him down. Referee hand immediately went up, so it is going to be a tripping penalty. Great opportunity, 10:36 left in third period, down by 2. Now the Thunderhawks have an opportunity, offensive zone faceoff, but it all comes down to the faceoff win, getting possession and putting some pressure on Jack Olson, the sophomore goaltender for the Red Knights. They just haven't got enough shots on Olson, and he hasn't seen a lot of action, so he might be a little bit chilly. Good time to take advantage of that.
There he had to extend the stick. Speaking of chilly, the doors have been open. It's cooling off here. We're going to have a quick track on this sheet here tonight. Very Bloomington Ice Garden circa early 90s. I swear they used to do that on purpose.
It worked. They had success.
They'd freeze out their opponents.
And the
Simonson. Oh, we were too young to get cold in that era.
Right.
Nice save by Olson. Slides across, little extracurriculars there.
Yeah, the referee's talking to him, but not a penalty to be called. But 1:34 left in the power play for Grand Rapids. The puck has stayed in the zone. I think that's the first call to order, is to keep the puck in the zone and make this Benilde St. Margaret team chase you around a little bit. But the bottom line is get some shots on Olson and make him make some plays, and that's the challenge in front of him now.
They're down by 1, Bart, and this power play can change the complexion but down by 2 to go down by 1 could change the complexion of this game very quickly.
Oh, give him a little energy and at least put Benilde on notice. But so far, Benilde's played a very sound defensive game. Special teams is working in the mix, but again, a great opportunity for Grand Rapids right here.
Broncola, that one gets through everyone, in on goal. Brewster, the stick save, turns that one aside. That hits the net. The Red Knights will forecheck, shorthanded for another 105 rather, and that's covered by Brewster.
Boy, that was a really nice play by Logan Like on that. He showed some good speed, actually won the battle of the puck, and then it was Grand Rapids who misplayed it a couple times, caromed it off their own goal, and really forced Carter Brewster, the sophomore goaltender, to cover that puck, being on the power play. So nice job by Red Knight penalty killers.
Thunderhawks will play the puck to the near boards. Up the left wing, it's Eckenberg. Eckenberg to the corner. Now the Red Knights, Broncola is there. They'll find an opening and play it to center with Provenzino with it. His puck dribbles off the boards, off the far side for Bonner. Red Knights get there. Now up high to the line it goes for Ogle. And quickly off the glass into center ice it goes. Brewster guides it over to the near side for Provenzino. Stood up on the play as the Red Knights, Thorstensen. And here come the Thunderhawks with 15 to go in the man advantage. Nice defensive play there. Great angle. And a beautiful textbook check by Logan Like.
Yeah, that could be used in a manual on how to separate a player from the puck at the proper time, but just let him into an area.
Like plays that back, and he wants it back from Wahlstrom. Turned aside by Brewster, and now it's going to be on Like's stick once again. Henriksen with it. Right wing pass. Ooh, he wanted to give it back to him. They'll stay on this one to the corner. Thunderhawks, Langlois is on that one. He's checked on the play. Broncola as well. And now it's going to be Dockman. That one stays up at the top of the line. Here come the Red Knights out of the zone with Like. Shut down on the play there by Ogle. And back to the neutral zone it goes.
Boy, the Red Knights are being awful aggressive chasing that puck. They had 4 guys down low and only 1 to defend. If Thunderhawks could have got a little possession, it could have turned things the other way. But, again, that speed of Benilde St. Margaret's, they give you a little opportunity, and then they take it away very, very quickly.
Baldwin at center ice. Now it's Geertsen. Off the glass to center. They play catch with the puck now. Another check thrown there, and it looks like we have a penalty coming up. We'll see who this one is on, Bart Archer. I think it's on the Red Knights.
Well, and there's some words being exchanged. Nothing too out of the ordinary, but it is going to be the Red Knights going to take a penalty, and that's going to be on Brady Geertsen, the junior forward, going to go to the box. Looks like it's going to be a roughing penalty, 7:20. Again, another opportunity afforded to the Thunderhawks. They had some good possession time, just didn't get a lot of looks at Jack Olson, but sound penalty kill by Red Knights so far is going to be tested again.
They get the draw, the all-important draw. Now it's Ogle. His shot hits his man Brous on the way in. Up over the top of the goal it goes. Now it's Danberg with it to the line. Simonson. Red Knights shut down at center ice, and it's going to be turned back in. Logan Like. That one gets underneath the stick and back into the neutral zone it goes. Brous was there. And now it's going to be on Holcomb to get it to the corner as he does. 1:27 to go in the power play. 6:45 in the period. The Red Knights clear the zone. Griffin Barr checked on the play, stays with it, and too many Thunderhawks back in behind the net. Barr into the midsection. Ooh, near opportunity there for Danberg. Holcomb. Cross the line, in deep it goes. Red Knights quick to get there with Broncola. Gets away from one man as he finds an opening. Looked at the glass but said, nope, I'm just going to send this one through the middle, and gets it done. Brewster is going to ring the boards to the far side. Bonner was there, and a whistle on the play. The net was knocked off its posts, so we'll reset back into the Thunderhawk zone.
Yeah, 43 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Red Knights. I don't think they've really given up a shot on goal in really a penalty kill and a half on this one. So Grand Rapids is showing some signs of life, but they just can't get in the scoring areas. Now Benilde St. Margaret's offensive zone faceoff being a man down. 43 seconds left on the penalty to Brady Geertsen. Good win by the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Necessary win.
Now it's going to be Ryan with it from his own corner. Simonson tried to kick it into the zone, and the foot race is on. Broncola. Now the Red Knights had a really good game against the Edina JV team on Thursday, which resulted in, I believe, was that a 5-2 game or 5-3 game? 5-3.
It might have been 6-3 with an empty netter.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, they showed some life. And one thing that Edina had a propensity to do is they don't mind floating that weak side winger out and really kind of pull the defenseman off the blue line. Edina varsity had some success with that. If the Thunderhawks can maintain possession, maybe sneak somebody back there and spread things out a little bit, might be a good method for moving forward. But just 5:15 left in regulation time. Thunderhawks have got to get some pressure on Olson and get that first one. Once they get the first one, things might break. But again, a very sound defensive effort by this Red Knight squad. And if the puck is on the Thunderhawks stick, a lot of times busy sticks or the body will interrupt that stride. And really, Thunderhawks haven't found a rhythm yet.
Ooh, Geertsen had a puck that was deflected that nearly found the top right corner.
That was a Necro knuckleball, too.
Absolutely. I think that thing was moving all over the place.
Or a Wakefield knuckleball to be more current,
look at
I
you.
guess.
Well, I don't even know if that's current anymore. Are there any knuckleballers left?
There is.
What are you drinking, a cider?
No, just coffee. Cider's got too much sugar.
That one hits the arm of Brewster on its way in on a goal, and off the glass it goes. 4:40 to go in the third. Still 2-0 Red Knights. You've had the cider here, haven't you?
I have. It's delicious.
And I talk a lot about it.
Well, I just can't drink too much of it. Otherwise,
I hear you.
I get a little amped up.
That's what I'm looking for.
We've
got a big varsity game coming up here next, Bart.
I might have to have some cider, but it makes me talk more. I don't think that's a public service.
Charlie Johnson now regroups. Off the stick and sent right back in by the Red Knights. That was Geertsen on the play. The big carom. And settled back into the neutral zone. Johnson again sends this in. There's been a lot of dumping and chasing here today, Bart.
Well, but the Red Knights actually seem like they're skating downhill. They have the wheel, so if they can win the races to the puck, they can kind of keep doing that. But it's just the Thunderhawk team, no possession. Ooh, the goaltender comes off. Brewster coming off.
Penalty coming up.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, Patrick
You
Waugh
thought he was going Patty Waugh.
I did. A little early, but you want to have a little more possession before you pull the goaltender too early. But, boy, these referees are getting involved. And I didn't really see the infraction, but it looks like Charles Damberg, sophomore forward, is going to go into the box. Again, another golden opportunity for the Thunderhawks. This can't hurt, but a timeout going to be called. Both teams are going to regroup a little bit, get refocused, get some fresh legs out there. But one final push, just under 4 minutes to go in regulation time. Another good opportunity for the Thunderhawk team. They're going to have to start cashing in on these speed. Running out of time.
They are running out of time, but they are, as you would like to say, Bart Archer, 2 good shots away from tying this hockey game up.
You are correct. You got to get that first one first. That is the call to order.
There is no such thing as a 2-goal goal or a 5-run home run, is there?
No, there is not.
Mm-hmm.
At least not that I'm aware of anyway. But I like what the Thunderhawks have done. I mean, it's kind of a bend but don't break. Their goaltenders made some challenging saves, giving up only 2 goals to point to this Benilde team in a hostile environment. That's not a bad showing, especially after playing against a pretty good program yesterday as well.
Minnetonka Skippers.
Absolutely. But just going over some details, just as far as positioning, what the mindset is. But I just think they have to get the puck to Olsen and maybe get somebody in front to at least congest the sightlines a little bit. But there's a lot of factors that have to fall into place. But Benilde seems to have an answer for each of the questions that the Thunderhawks are throwing at them.
So to the box goes Charles Damberg, the sophomore. And the face-off and win by the Red Knights, and back to Thunderhawk territory it goes. Simonson plays it to the near boards from behind the net to Barr. Simonson gets it back. Nice breakout. They did it right off the right up there. Holcomb plays the body to the line but not out. Nice job to grab that one. There's a stick save. Olsen fights it off and covers up. Minute and 31 to go in the power play. Things get a little bit up there behind the net.
I really like the way, as you said, it was a nice zone exit by the Thunderhawks. They actually won a battle
Best
down
one of the
low.
night.
Absolutely. Won a battle down low. Nice hold into the zone by Wyatt Simonson. They got a pretty good shot on goal. And then the second chance opportunity stopped by Jack Olsen. Nice job. But that's the greatest challenge I think that he's had, at least in this third period. But very encouraging for the Thunderhawks.
Red Knights face off, to the line but not out. And now they might have numbers back with a 2-on-1 possible across the line. Dockman's shot saved by Brewster. Dockman comes away with it. Hard pass up to the line. Bronkola's shot misses the mark. Checked on the play. Griffin Barr, 1:04 to go in the power play, 2:52 to go in the third period. Nice play through center, 3-on-2 across the line. Now it turns into a 2-on-2 for the Thunderhawks.
Interesting time for a line change.
They try to go back door. Bonner was there. Now it's going to be Barr. Ryan back in behind the net for Broncola. Broncola spun off the puck with it sitting free in the slot area. .28 to go on the Thunderhawk man advantage. They'll pull this out of the air with Ogle. Off the boards, the Red Knights content to just play this in. Brewster steers to the near boards. From the left corner, it's going to be Provenzino. Cut off along the way. That's Will Hauer for the Red Knights. Pinched up along the wall by Ogle as they struggle for the puck. That's going to do it as the power play is going to wind down. And we're full strength with 1:48 to go in the third. Here come the Thunderhawks. We keep our eyes now on Brewster as they're going to force this one into the corner with Baldwin cycling back in behind to his partner. Long pass for Baldwin. Nice job to catch that on the backhand. Choked up on the twig to take it off the toe of the skate. Back in behind.
Oh.
Provenzino, ooh, look at that.
And I don't think that was malicious. Sam Ryan actually and the goaltender Brewster collided. Brewster went down, stayed down. I don't think anything malicious. It was just more of an incidental situation.
We'll take a look at this right here. So he sets the puck up. Sounded a lot worse than it was.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? But it is going to be Sam Ryan going to go to the box. I don't know what the infraction or call is going to be.
Okay, so probably GTI. Here's the thing, and I'm going to say it as a former goaltender. If you play the puck, you're a defenseman.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't think at the NHL level, any level, if you go back there to play it and you've handled it, you should be checked just like any player. I don't understand why you can't be.
No, and I absolutely agree that Brewster might have embellished just a little bit to draw the attention.
You can't run into the goalie.
Right.
I mean, it's just how it goes.
It is.
But my point is if, you know, they always talk about they didn't want Marty Brodeur to handle the puck the way he did, or they didn't want Stalock to do that. Well, you know, they put the trapezoid in. Oh, they go off the side of the net. If you're a D-man, you're a D-man. Now it's going to be handled by Simonson. Maybe that's an extreme view on my part, but too bad, right? So here they come across the line now. 1 minute remains in the third period.
Good time to get the goaltender out if they can get possession.
Eckenberg, now he's going to the bench. Good call, Bart Archer. Brewster is on now, and the extra attacker hits the ice with 48. 6-on-4. Golden opportunity for the Hawks. There's a shot and a save by Olsen. Rebound misses the mark. And now it's the Thunderhawks again from behind the net. Ogle up to the line. Simonson shot misses the mark. And to the high slot. Holding on to it's Ortman. Hits a man on the way through. Broncola was there. Puck will roll all the way into the Thunderhawks zone. And into the net they score. And it's 3-0 Red Knights.
Well, just 14.3, kind of an incidental goal, but again, they all count in the box score at the end. But I just thought Thunderhawks showed good effort down low, but I just think they bunched up a little bit. They didn't really make them defend the whole offensive zone, didn't really give them much of a chance to move the puck, but they did get some opportunities, and Olsen came up big. He earned this shutout today, not tested too often, but whenever there's a zero on the scoreboard, the goaltender and the team defensively did their job today.
This afternoon. Pick your poison. Now it's going to be the Thunderhawks. They play this D-to-D. Up the ice they go. Baldwin back in behind the net. He's going to ring the boards hard, and that's going to do it. Your final score reads the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights 3 and the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks 0, Bart.
Well, the Red Knights were obviously a team with a little bit more speed, a little more spring in their step. They were the better team today, but good things happened from Grand Rapids. They didn't get too out of order when they were down by a goal. They didn't change much. I just think they have to have a little bit more confidence in possessing the puck and creating space, and that'll come with time. But again, at this level, it's a chance to develop, maybe take some chances, but playing the game the right way. And I think that it was a nicely contested game by both sides, good effort by both. And I think that from Grand Rapids, we talked about it a couple times previous, playing against a good program yesterday. Probably, I don't think physical was an issue today. I just think maybe the mental, they got a little stale at times, but Benilde with their speed, I think they really made them work very, very hard today. But nice win by the Red Knights today.
They win 3-0. That's going to do it for today's coverage of JV hockey. Go ahead and refresh your main browser back on the mnhockey.tv or the catholicsportsnetwork.org, and we'll have this game starting up for you at 2:30 for the varsity Grand Rapids and Benilde St. Margaret's. For our entire crew, I'm Pete Wagner. So long, everybody.